Hello and welcome back to Grace.Filled. I'm so excited that you guys are with me for another video. In this video, it is a Sabbath prep video, meaning it is when I am preparing for my day of rest. And so this is what I do. I try to make some meals that I can then have later, that my family doesn't have to worry about cooking. We can just heat, we can just go. What I try to do is go ahead and get my sheets changed, go ahead and get my bathrooms clean, go ahead and get my house clean, and then I can rest. I am a wife, I'm a mommy of 5, I homeschool, I have a few animals, I'm trying to establish a homestead, and a lot of other things. So I'm thankful for my time of rest. And so in today's video, one of the things that I'm going to be talking about and doing is talking about how a wise woman stores up. And so one of the ladies that I absolutely love, Heather over at the Needy Homesteader, she did this video where she was talking about these Dollar Tree beans and is it so much more than a can and just all the goodness. And I'm like, I want to see these things for myself. And if you guys do not know, we are plant-based vegetarian. We have been for 13 years. And recently I just did a curry and I used 2 cans of chickpeas, and because they were organic and I didn't want the salt and all the other things, I spent almost $4 on those 2 cans of chickpeas. So I thought, let me try Heather's way. Either it's gonna work or it's not gonna work. But if it's gonna work, it's gonna save me some money for my large family of 7. So what I'm gonna do is use 1 bag of these small red beans because my son wanted those. He really wanted llama beans. He wanted the big ones and the baby ones. And I'm like, we can only fit 2 into the can at a time. And this is the star of the show, the chickpeas. But Heather always says we don't waste a canning space, and that makes total sense. While I'm already doing this bag, I might as well do this bag as well. So all I have done is just rinsed off the beans and they are ready. When I get to the chickpeas, I'll rinse those off as well. And I have 2 cases of these beans. In her video, I think she was able to get 9 cans per bag. So that's about 18 for me, and I think that's exactly what fits into my canner. So I'm gonna get these jars washed up. I'm gonna stick them here on my cloth, and then we're gonna go ahead and measure and keep going.
Okay, so you can see this Sabbath prep is not like any other Sabbath prep that I've ever had. This day was a very interesting day. If you stick towards the end, you'll actually see how the day started, and it started off crazy. But I think it's so important to make sure that we are being that wise woman that prepares, that wise woman who is being a good steward over what she has. And one way to do that, not the only way, but one way is to can your own things. One way is to preserve. One way is just to make sure that you have an emergency supply in case the storms of life come, because storms do come. And it's not just one storm, but maybe you have a baby, maybe you get sick, maybe something comes up, maybe you have an unexpected financial position that comes up.
I had to take a quick run, check on my animals, give them water, but I've got all the jars washed. My canner is out and on the stove. Let's keep going. Okay, so I am gonna just use 1/2 a cup in each of these jars, and let's see what we can get. Oh, let's put this here. I tried to look and make sure that none were broken or no seeds or stems or anything like that, because you don't want to take a crunch of that. But or anything that's broken. So I tried to look for that. Hopefully I didn't miss anything. And I actually only have enough for 5. So I don't know if it's the type of beans that I chose, but I only have enough for 5 cans. So what I'm going to do is just add a few more. We'll do And then I'll go ahead and take the chickpeas and get those in here. And I'm just keeping my eye out for any that are broken or anything else. And then I'm gonna take them to the sink and rinse them, and I'll bring them back. But you can see, like, that's one where I talk about being broken. So I was just thinking to myself, like, even if all I could get was 10 cans, like, I still won't be mad, because 10 cans for like $3 or $4 is still a win, because again, I normally pay about $1 per can.
I really want you to think about how you're stewarding what the Lord has given you and what your spouses have worked hard for to provide. Is money coming in and you spending it up on all these luxury designer items, and then an emergency comes and you don't even have enough food to last you a week? Do you binge watch what all the YouTubers are buying and having and getting, and then you go out and try to buy and have and get, and now there's not enough money for groceries? I just really want you to think about, are you being wise?
Again, because I am running this canner, I might as well get all the benefit of it. I think I am going to go ahead and do Papa's lima beans. I'm going to go ahead and see if I can get 5 for these lima beans as well. Okay, so now we've got baby llamas. Papa is going to be so happy, guys. Like, he loves... Oh no, I see you have one. See? That's why you gotta double and triple check. But Papa's gonna be so happy because he loves beans, and he has this new infatuation with beans. And so he's always loved beets, if you guys remember. So I am just so excited to make these for my baby.
I want you guys to be excited when you're giving to friends and family, to your children, when you're serving, when you're making meals, you know that one of your children or spouse or family member loves something. Do it with joy. Like, be excited about it. It makes such a difference, because honestly, I have received stuff and I was like, you know what, you can keep that. And it could have been something I've dreamed of, that I've wanted it, but it was the heart in which it was given. And then on the contrary, I have gotten something that cost $1 or less, or that even was free, but the heart in which it was given, it just felt like it was $1 million gift. And so I think it is so important to give and just make sure we're giving out of the right motives. And even when you're storing up, I'm not saying store it for the whole wide world, but could you just add one thing, just one extra thing that if you needed to, you could give to be a blessing to someone else? So I'll be sharing more with canning as the garden season comes later in the spring and in the summer. But this is really a way to make your dollar stretch and know what's inside of your food. I know sometimes we see all the beautiful ladders and we see all these beautiful basements, and I want to encourage you that you don't have to have that to can. You don't have to have that to preserve. You don't have to have that to be a wise woman and store up something for your house. I did share with you guys how we turned our coat closet into a pantry for less than $100, and I have been able to get so many things in there. So you just have to be creative. And you guys know I always say here on this channel, you can do a lot with a little. And I give you the question, what's in your hands and what can you do with your hands? You don't have to have a lot, but you need to have something to work with. And if you have a large family like we do, and if you're on a tight budget or a budget or one income household like we are, then this is an excellent way to make your money stretch. Yes, you have to learn something new. It's a new skill, yes. And yes, you do have to get a canner, but you know, depending on what you're making, you actually can use water bath canners, which are so much cheaper. I've even seen where people have turned just regular stock pots into a water bath canner. And yes, you do have to pay for the jars, but honestly speaking, the Dollar Tree has canning lids for $1. And I guarantee you, if you tell people, hey, I'm canning, does anybody have jars? People will just start giving you jars. You just take the step in faith and watch what happens. But the blessing is to be able to get quality food that you have grown or that's locally grown and to make it yourself for pennies on the dollar. And I'm telling you, if that's not money saving and if that's not wisdom, I don't know what is. Even if you don't necessarily need extra money, but let's say you want to take a vacation or you have a goal in your mind or there's something that you have your eyes set on. Well, even if you lower your grocery bill, that would give you the extra money that maybe you can put somewhere else. So I'm not trying to convince you one way or the other. I am just sharing a skill with you. I am just sharing something with you that maybe you have not seen or do not know. And that's what this channel is all about, helping you to grow, inspiring, encouraging, and motivating you in all areas of your life. So I'm just showing you the canner. It got to its temperature, and now look at what's coming out.
So one jar, one can of chickpeas for $2, or 6 of these for $2. I think the only difference is these are a little bit mushier, and it might have just been the beans that I had. But either way, we've canned them. We're going to use them. We'll find something for them. They're going to be delicious, and we're getting so much more value for the $1, and at least I know what was in it. So even if they're a little bit mushy, it's gonna be okay. Something that I could totally do is I could actually just use that for hummus. I could use that for like hummus, right? So we could come together and make a hummus because the beans are soft. And so it's like, okay, if we don't want soft beans, we can use these 6 for fresh hummus. And we can use the other beans in something that it doesn't need to be firm and hard, like a soup, or when we're blending in something to make like a casserole or something like that. So I am super excited about this. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. What is going? Listen, y'all. Listen, don't judge me now. We don't do judgment here. Y'all, I went to bed without my scarf and my head, I sweat at night and I woke up looking like a lion. So let's see what we can do to make this a little more presentable. You guys caught me with not even, but that's okay. Let's talk. Actually, let's talk, because this is real life, right? Because who wakes up looking like a princess? You put work into that, baby, okay? So, happy Sabbath. I'm so excited to be back with you guys for another Sabbath prep videos. You guys know these are some of my favorite Sabbath prep videos. So, today I'm solo. The kids are gone. They're not here to help me. So, I don't really have time to worry about my hair. I don't really have time to put on anything on my face. I'm gonna do it. Like, let's be real here. But I've got to get outside. I've got animals to feed. I already fed the cats. I didn't feed the goats or the chickens. I didn't take the eggs out. Y'all, I didn't even change my sheets yet. Y'all know as soon as I get up for Sabbath prep, I change those sheets. But I haven't done any cleaning or changing sheets yet. I already had 2 loads of clothes that were in the back. So I just went ahead and just started washing those clothes. I will go ahead and get to my sheets. I'm just gonna find a hat. And we're gonna go take care of the animals on the outside. Then we'll come back on the inside and we'll take care of the bed and the cleaning, and we'll add on some lip gloss because you guys like me when I wear lip gloss. And we will, what are we gonna cook today? So here's the deal. It's only me. I'm the only one that's gonna be eating. So guess what? I'm gonna be bad. I'm gonna have pizza today. I love mushroom and spinach pizza. Figure out something quick and easy for breakfast. What else are we gonna do today? I know you guys like, Christy, we have never seen this side of you before. So what I did was I was like, how would this chair look in here? And so I just brought it in here just to see. And you guys know what? I like it. I like the way that this chair looks here because I needed more space in my office than what one was. This Cricut and my laminating machine is what was under it. So now I just need to move it somewhere else. Free me up some space. So we're at 47 minutes on the washer. The dryer up just ended, so we are done there. These I just took out a little bit ago, so I've already got 2 loads to fold, and I have 1 load in here that's gonna need to be washed plus the sheets. So I've got to really be on it with moving this laundry. Thankfully for me, with the exception of this little diffuser top here and this piece of trash that's here and here, my back room is done. Before I do any of that, I need to go ahead and put this hair up and go take care of my animals. All right, I got on my hat, got a little ponytail. Let's get some lipstick. Let's see. And honestly, it's almost the same color as my lips, but you guys are just used to seeing me with it, so. Now I'll look back to my normal self, right? You guys were like, whoa, who's that lady? Ladybug. Hey, Ladybug. You coming to tell Mama hi? You coming to tell Mama hi? I love you, girl. I love you. I love you. Father, I know this was a different type of Sabbath prep video. It was a different type of Sabbath prep day. But Father, I pray that the people who were able to watch this did get something from it and that they were encouraged, inspired, or motivated in their own way. Maybe not the way that my videos typically do it, but Father, you know what? That's okay too. It's okay to have things change and it's okay to have things different. But I just ask that you bless them and you touch them all right where they are and just let them know how much you've loved them. In Jesus' name, amen. I am super excited, and if I do make hummus or if I do make like some casserole or something with the beans, or if I make a curry, would you guys want to come back with me and join with me? Would you like me to share that with you? Let me know in the comments below. I appreciate you taking the time to watch my video as always, and until the next time, blessings.